How to distinguish true etymology from folk etymology. Imagine you hear a word and think you know where it comes from, but sometimes those stories aren't quite right. How can you tell if a word's true history or just a popular myth? That's what we're here to find out. True etymology is like detective work. It's based on real evidence from old texts, language patterns, and how sounds change over time. Linguists compare related words in different languages and look for consistent shifts in pronunciation and spelling. This helps them trace a word back to its original roots. Folk etymology, however, is more like a story people tell because it sounds nice or makes sense. It's a guess, not backed by solid proof. One way to tell the difference is by checking the sources. True etymology uses scholarly research, old manuscripts, and linguistic rules. Folk etymology relies on guesses or stories that seem logical but lack proof. For example, the word bonfire is often thought to mean a good fire from French bon, but true etymology shows it actually comes from bone fire, which was a fire used to burn bones. That's a real historical fact, not a story made up to sound better. Look at how the word changes over time. True etymology explains these changes through known language shifts. Folk etymology often causes words to be reshaped into more familiar forms. Take sparrowgrass, which is a folk change of asparagus. People made it sound like sparrow and grass because those words are easier to understand. Words borrowed from other languages are often tricky. True etymology uncovers their original roots and meanings, even if they seem strange at first. Folk etymology might simplify or distort these origins to fit familiar words. For example, female looks like it's related to male, but true etymology shows it comes from the French word femelle, which has no connection to male. The best way to verify the true origin of a word is to consult reliable dictionaries and etymological databases. These sources are based on research and linguistic evidence, not just popular stories. When explaining words on a channel that defines and shows how words are used, it's good to mention the true etymology first. Then, you can share folk stories as fun facts, but clarify they're not accurate. Using examples helps too. For instance, explaining that girl used to mean a young person of either sex, and its origin is uncertain, but it's not related to Gil or girl as a fairy tale story. Or that salary comes from Latin salarium, which was money given to soldiers to buy salt, not a story about a salty taste. In short, to tell true etymology from folk etymology, look for evidence from old texts and linguistic patterns. Trust scholarly sources and compare related words across languages. Recognize that folk etymologies are fun stories, but they don't hold up under careful research. This way, you can understand the real story behind words and how they have evolved over time.